Hello there, fellow gamers. My name is Ashes and I welcome you all to the channel. Today we are continuing with Stranger Things, Darkness on the Edge of Town. Here's the cover. It has been a while since our last Stranger Things video. A few things have been happening in my life and I just thought it'll be a good time to take a break from YouTube. I've done the odd video here and there, short video clips of games, but yeah, we are back, yes, and we're going to be continuing with our reading. So we are just before chapter 4. There's a few pages, 2 pages, sort of like a mini chapter. So this part is going back to Hopper and Eleven talking about the story that Hopper's telling her, and yeah, let's get started. December 26, 1984. Hopper's cabin, Hawkins, Indiana. Hopper could see a question coming, so he stopped talking and sat back. He wrapped his hands around his coffee mug, holding it against his chest. So, Elle began and then stopped. Hopper raised an eyebrow. So? Elle cocked her head and crinkled her nose. They didn't like her? Delgado? Everyone looked at her, said Elle. And they were mean. Made her angry. Oh boy. Well, said Hopper. Then he stopped. How was he going to explain this? He took a searing gulp of coffee and exhaled hotly and decided to go straight in. Well, they didn't like her because she was a woman and she was Hispanic. Hispanic? Elle sounded out the word slowly, imitating Hopper as best she could. Someone with Spanish heritage. Truth is, they were afraid of her. Elle shook her head. Afraid? They were afraid of what she could do, what she would be better at the job. That she would be better at the job than they were, and they didn't like that. They felt threatened by her, intimidated. I mean, this was all new. Back then, they thought this was their domain, and suddenly a woman comes in and she's full of attitude and she's ready to push back against them. They thought she was invading their world, and they thought she belonged somewhere else and that she should stay there. Did the camera just move in? My bad. Oh, it just moved again. It's sort of balancing in the car. It's on a tripod now. Upgraded. Anyway, the NYPD had never had female homicide detectives until that day. She'd had to fight just for the simple right to walk through the door as one of them. So, some of the others didn't like that. Elle frowned. That's not right. Nope. She was a detective. Yep. Like you? Yes, like me. Did you want her there? Me? Well, I was surprised, sure, but I like to think I was a little more open-minded. And like you just said, Delgado was a homicide detective. Just the same as I was. I needed a partner and I was given one. and we got to work. But you also have to remember, this was a long time ago and things were different back then. Is it fixed? Ah, well. Is it fixed? Hopper shook his head. He was already regretting this conversation, as necessary as it was. No, it's not fixed, but it's better now, sort of. Elle nodded. I would be angry too. Hopper grinned. I'll bet. But Delgado knew how to handle it. She didn't let it get to her. Then he laughed. She was one tough cop, that's for sure. And, as it turned out, she was better than the other detectives, myself included. Elle smiled. The case was the start. Hopper's own smile faded. He leaned forward, resting his arms on the table. Yes, that was the start. The captain gave us that case on Delgado's first day. Elle nodded. Weird stuff, she said, pronouncing the words slowly like they were important and official. Hopper's smile returned. Of course, those hadn't been Delgado's words, but Elle didn't need to know that. His story was going to feature murders, violence and danger, and he was doing his best to temper those elements as best as he could. He didn't have any problem with bad language himself, but he was at least trying to set some kind of example for Elle. Hopper sipped his coffee and resumed the story in the present. The 4th of July, 1977. Right then, so we are now coming on to chapter 4, but we're going to start that in the next video. I thought I'd just do this little short one just to get back into it, as I've had a break, and just want to ease into it again. Don't want to do too much, but I don't know what's happened. This has been in a car. I'm in the car now. It's damp. I don't know why. Car's not leaking. There's no hole, but yeah, I hate it when books get like that. I really do. I'm thinking of buying this again, just to look after as well as I can, because this is it's got like creases in it and all that. It's annoying, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this short video. Until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you all in the next one.